plant friends. Today I wanted to talk about Tradescantia. You might know it as the inch plant or the wandering dude or purple heart or spiderwort. There's a ton of names for this plant. It's very common in landscaping, but it's also a very common houseplant. So I have had experience growing the one that's most commonly used in landscape called the purple heart. It's solid purple, kind of has fuzzy leaves, super easy to grow. I had a one leaf cutting of it from a friend that just absolutely went bonkers in my apartment in Cleveland. I ended up giving that plant away. It's really not my vibe, but it was really cool when I had it. So I have these two now. I got these two in a plant trade earlier this summer, and I actually got a Tradescantia quadricolor as well, and you may notice that it's not currently here in front of me because it died. So I keep these guys, the ones that did survive, I keep these guys under grow lights. This guy, the Tradescantia zebrina, let me put both these down real quick. So first is the Tradescantia zebrina. You see this a lot in garden centers, in hanging baskets, either in the houseplant area, but you can also get it for your landscaping. And if you have one of these plants inside, you may as well start propagating it for your outdoor projects. They love sun. This one can dry out just a bit more than the other one that I'm going to show you in a minute because it has thicker stems, but it still loves water. I have it in a 4-inch terracotta pot, and I'll probably put this one in a plastic pot. And actually what I'm going to do after this video is chop this down and make it slightly less leggy. So initially it was this cutting and this cutting here that I got. I got two cuttings of this. So what I did after this guy put on a little bit of extra growth is I chopped it off and I propagated it into this third vine. I would like this to be more bush-like. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna chop this down, propagate it in water, and let it grow on. Now in full sun, it's going to get more purple like this. This is an old leaf. It's an old leaf, so it's not going to stick around for much longer, but these plants had a lot more sun in the summer. The lower leaves that I got it with were a lot more sun stressed, and that's not necessarily a bad thing for this plant. Indoors, it's going to look more like this. So it kind of has that really pretty striping. The more sun you give it, the more purple it's going to get. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna double check this, but on the back of these nodes, you can kind of see, so here's the leaf. There's this swollen section that's kind of like an elbow right here. There's a few roots coming out of it, like roots, either a growth point so it can shoot off more like tiny leaves like this guy, or roots. I'll have to do a little bit of double checking and digging, but basically I can cut between any of these leaves, throw it in water, and it's ready to go. You can see that between each leaf it's kind of long. That's called an internode, the space between two nodes. It's kind of long on some of these pieces and not so long on other pieces. It's not getting the light it wants, even though it is under a grow light. These guys really do prefer full sun. So it's gonna live under my grow light for as long as I can manage it. This guy, it's much smaller. Let me get closer. This guy here is dripping everywhere. Oh my God. Okay, this is my Tradescantia tricolor. This guy is much smaller, much daintier. You see how the leaves and the stems are much tinier compared to, here, I'll just bring them back up. There we go. Like, it's hard for me to do this, I'm sorry, because I'm just trying to manipulate plants without actually doing anything. Anyway, one of my zebrina leaves is like two of the tricolor leaves. So it's much daintier, much cuter. And honestly, I like it better. This guy looks a little bit rough right now. That might have been my fault. I might have knocked it off of a table. It's kind of reverted in a few places. You can see that it's mostly green over here with a few, like all the new growth is green. Let me hide. And that's off of these vines over here. All the new growth is green. And then I have a few more variegated leaves on this side. do this. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, so there's more variegated stuff on this side. Kind of reminds me of the nano. Oh, there's a nice vine. Look at that. Almost half moon. Really pretty. And this one has some variegation on the leaves as well. Anyway, so the more light I give this, the more highly variegated it's going to get. These green parts of the plant will try to take over. It's going to be able to feed itself and grow faster the more green it has in it, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I really like the variegation on this guy. So I'm actually going to let this grow on underneath my grow light, and then this summer or spring or whenever I feel like it, I'll start chopping this down. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to show my Tradescantia tricolor and my Tradescantia zebrina. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Subscribe or don't, it'd be lovely to have you back and all that good stuff. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are safe. So